earlier this month, this House witnessed this government lose control of swathes of its own party. They are just over a year in office, and yet the cracks could not be clearer. In this last year, the country has had to endure U-turns, tax increases and a stagnant economy, and yet the Chancellor and Prime Minister has been pushed by their disapproving backbenchers into the inevitable, that they will have to break their fiscal rules and manifesto commitments. The OBR has warned of up to £12 billion in cost of the watered-down welfare reforms. Labour promised to stop the chaos and support business through a stable policy environment. That was in their manifesto. Yet employers' national insurance contributions increased in April, another pledge disregarded. We've seen the national insurance exemption for Indian workers transferring to the UK. The Indian government said that this was a competitive advantage to them. The Leader of the Opposition opposed such a deal as Business and Trade Secretary, yet this government continues to sell out British workers. Whose side is this government on? It's deals like this, decisions like this, that explain why 73% of voters believe that the government does not have things under control. I will give way.
For giving way. This is the government that got trade deals that the party opposite failed to do, that saved hundreds of thousands of jobs. Are you saying that you wouldn't have signed those deals? Are you saying...
Order! I'm not saying anything. Please address the chair. Bradley Thomas.
Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. The government hasn't seen a success. Where we've seen tariffs imposed on this economy, the government hasn't reduced them. There is a competitive disadvantage as a result of what we're seeing in the global economic climate. What we see, Mr Deputy Speaker, is that when Labour governs, Britain suffers.
Would my honourable friend give way?
I will give way.
I'm grateful to my honourable friend. The trade deals came up. It turned out that the deal entirely excluded, with the US, excluded the British bioethanol industry, until the President of the United States phoned up the Prime Minister and he unilaterally gave away the entirety of the market, putting hundreds of jobs at the Virgo, thousands in the supply chain and at NSYS at risk.
I thank my right honourable friend. Another failure by Labour. My message to this government, I will give way.
I'm extremely grateful, my honourable friend. There are two fundamental macroeconomic problems facing this country. One is productivity, and the second is mass immigration, which has displaced the investment in domestic skills. This budget did nothing about those, and yet the tax system could be used to address both.
The right honourable gentleman is very experienced. He should have been here at the start of the debate if he wants to intervene. Bradley Thomas.
Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. My right honourable friend is absolutely spot on. And the message to this government is clear. You cannot tax your way to prosperity. Over half, I've been generous with interventions. Over half of business owners nationally are planning to or have made further cuts to staff numbers in response to increased employer national insurance contributions. In May, 109,000 jobs were lost in a single month. When you tax jobs out of existence, the fiscal rules are not merely stretched, they are shattered. The Chancellor will have to either break her campaign promises and raise taxes or admit that her rules are broken. Either way, it means that working families and working people across the country will pay the price. A fortnight ago, the government rejected calls to protect those whose only income is the state pension, Mr Deputy Speaker, from paying income tax. This retirement tax will hit 1 million of our lowest income pensioners. This is not wealth. These are modest, often meagre incomes relied upon to heat homes, buy food and see a doctor. 1 in 5 single pensioners have no other income beyond the state pension and basic benefits. And yet this government resists the plea of its most vulnerable citizens to fill a fiscal hole that they themselves have created. I won't give way. I've been generous with my interventions. As the Chancellor grows increasingly desperate to save the sinking ship of her fiscal rules, there is now rumour of a wealth tax to compound this government's contempt, not only for working people, but industry leaders and innovators as well. This is not conjecture. Lord Kinnock only last week said that Labour should be willing to explore such disastrous measures. But let's be honest, a wealth tax really means a tax on hard-working people. It means an attack on pensions. It means on people who have done the right thing and who want a sense of fairness. And that anyone who has accrued anything will pay the price. I've explained I won't give way any further. The nation deserves better. They deserve a government that trusts enterprise, reins in the bloated state and lives within its means. I urge the House to support this motion and send a clear message. Scrap the jobs tax, fix the welfare overburden, protect pensioners and give working Britain the honest, sensible Conservative growth plan that it deserves.